Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a commentary and a how to play StarCraft 2 with theWife, my co-host.
Hi everyone, this is theWife.
Alright, so she finally chose that she wanted to be theWife as opposed to Hunny. I think she'll still maybe referred to as Hunny as well. First of all, if you do not have your significant other with you, go ahead and bring them over, as the wife will be asking a lot of questions, and maybe the wife will have common questions that I wouldn't normally think to answer. The first thing that I want to say is that this game is actually cast on normal game speed, so that's one of the reasons why the game is a little bit slower, so that I'm not too caught up in trying to shoutcast. This is me spawning as the red Terran player, and then DarkFire spawning as a blue Protoss. So
are Protoss always blue?
No, Protoss can be any color. So sometimes a Protoss is red.
Do you get to choose what color?
Well, on Battle.net, whenever you play on the ladders, it's always going to be red versus blue.
Okay, did he just throw down a pylon?
Yeah, so he just threw down a pylon. So what the Protoss can do is, their buildings, all they have to do is they have to have a probe, and then they start warping it in. So there's like a cache of buildings on the Protoss homeworld, and they just create a little warp gate, and then the building will magically appear.
Does it take minerals or gas to make a pylon?
It takes 100 minerals.
100 minerals.
Yeah, so if you take a look at the supply depot, there's actually a little SCV right there, Stevie the SCV trying to build it. So Terran buildings, they actually have to have a worker
Who's
build the
stronger,
building.
Stevie or Peppy?
Peppy the probe actually it's.
I mean, who can kill the other one faster?
They're both pretty much the same. And Stevie has a little bit more hit points, but Peppy the probe has shields, and shields naturally repair themselves.
Who walks faster, Stevie or Peppy?
And they both walk the same speed. If you take a look, 2.81 versus 2.81.
Okay, so the SCV is a human unit in a robot suit.
In a robot suit, yeah. It's a space construction vehicle builder.
Okay.
Space construction vehicle.
So what are they building here?
So this is a barracks right now, and then that's a supply depot.
Is a supply depot like a farm?
Yeah, supply depot is like a farm in Warcraft 3.
And a barracks is where the Marines come out of?
Yeah, it's the Marines, Marauders, Reapers, and Ghosts, yep. So the probe is just... Peppy the probe just going after Stevie the SCV.
He's trying to send him signals. Anyway.
Hey, Steve, you don't get the wrong idea. So yeah, Stevie now coming in, doing some scouting. What you want to make sure is you want to know what your opponent is trying to do in the game. So by looking inside the base...
Hey, why is he carrying...
a little green present?
Yeah.
That's Vespene gas. So when I say things cost minerals and things cost gas, if you take a look, every single time they come back with that little present, 4 gas appears.
So Protoss gas looks different than Terran gas.
Well, Terran gas, what does Terran gas look like? Yeah, Terran gas looks like a little barrel.
Oh.
And then if you look at Zerg gas, it looks like a little green biological blob.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Hey, what are those?
What?
Those things.
What things? These guys?
Yeah, those? The mineral harvesters. Are those SCVs?
Yeah, those are SCVs
These
too.
are all SCVs.
Yeah, these are all SCVs.
Okay.
So probes harvest minerals for the Protoss, and Peppy harvest minerals for the Protoss, and the Marine's gonna shoot Peppy in the back.
Oh well, it's just a robot.
Yeah, it's just a robot. It doesn't like it. It's not like it has feelings.
That's right.
Yeah, so there's that gateway, and now there's a cybernetics core. The cybernetics core allows you to build more buildings, like higher advanced buildings, and it only costs minerals. So
is it gonna become an actual building, or is it gonna be a blue vortex forever?
Well, that blue vortex shows you that it's currently warping in.
Oh, okay.
And then
what's that?
That's the gateway. The gateway is another building that actually allows you to warp in additional units. So
a pylon lets you warp in a gateway lets you warp in even higher level buildings.
Well, a pylon allows you to power buildings. So if you take a look at this blue circle, right, that's where you can place proton or
it's
Protoss
like a
buildings.
Wireless energy router.
Yeah, it's like a wireless energy router. So that pylon powers these other buildings so that they're able to warp in
DarkFire
stuff.
trying to close up his ramp the way you did?
Well, the Protoss units are actually much stronger. So a Zealot has 150 hit points, 100 hit points, and 50 shields.
Hey, what's this? What's this line right here?
That's the rally point. So as soon as this stalker comes out of here, it will start walking over into this direction.
Ooh.
So I have 1 Marine, I'm going to have 2 Marines, and now I have supply depots and a barracks.
Do all the Terran buildings hover?
Only certain buildings, like any of the production buildings.
Barracks hover?
Yes.
Supply depots do not hover.
Supply depots can only raise and lower.
Okay.
So they can sink into the ground.
Oh.
So that way the Marines can walk over them.
Ah, neat.
Yeah.
Okay. Keep going.
All right. Well, so the structural rocks here. I'm also building a factory, and a starport. The Terran buildings have things called add-ons. There's two types of add-ons you can have. You can build a tech lab or a reactor. The tech
when
lab.
Are you gonna start fighting?
Well, the game's on normal speed, so it's
that's
slower.
a stalker.
Yeah, that's a stalker. That's that little spider thing from last time.
Such a pretty color.
You really like the color, huh?
Yeah, I do.
All right.
And okay, are all the Protoss units basically mech units?
No, the Zealots are actually not mech units.
Okay, but are those the only bio units?
And no, the Dark Templar, the High Templar, the Archons are biological units. So the Stalker is now able to shoot back at those Marines. And DarkFire is doing a good job here. DarkFire, what he's doing is he's holding position on the ramp, making it so that my Marines are out of range, can't shoot back, because the Stalker has further range than Marines.
Well, why didn't you just, lower your buildings or raise them and come out and shoot them?
I could have done that, but that Stalker, it would just be able to run away. That Stalker has faster movement speed as well.
How do you tell the movement speed?
Right here. So if you take a look, it sees one armor, and then I can't move the mouse, but it says movement speed 2.95. Marines have a movement speed of 2.25.
Oh, okay.
All right. So this Stalker now just gonna walk back over here.
Hey, what's the eye in the center of the map?
Oh, that's a Zelnaga watchtower.
Oh, okay. I know.
All right. Okay. You don't need that. Well, for those who don't know, if you have a unit right there, it reveals a large circle of sight. It's like a telescope around the entire map.
Telescope.
What?
Call it the all-seeing eye.
Okay, it's the all-seeing eye. Right now, I'm also training up some Banshees, right?
Those are the flying units.
Those are the flying units that attack ground and deal a lot of damage towards ground units. And
but Marines can shoot at Banshees.
Yeah, Marines can shoot at Banshees.
What's this? What's that building that's unfolding right there?
That's a bunker. So if you take a look at this, the Marines are now sitting inside that bunker, and the Marines have an additional +1 range. So if that Stalker tries to get too close, the Marines in that bunker will actually be able to fight back.
So the bunker has a machine gun or something?
No, the Marines are inside, and the Marines have machine guns or Gauss rifles.
Okay.
So and that Stalker just continuing to fight.
He's just harassing you.
Yeah,
But it doesn't seem like he's causing much damage.
No, he's not, unless the building starts to burn. And then it will actually cause cause damage. But right now,
in a situation like this, are you in a hurry to get a SCV over to fix it?
Yeah, I was trying to get this SCV over to fix it, and now that you can actually see that it's starting to burn, so I may actually lose that supply depot. Gonna try to bring it over, try to repair it, but now that Stalker is just gonna start shooting that SCV, and the SCV is more valuable than the supply depot. So Marines are now trying to come over, trying to start shooting at that Stalker. I lose the SCV. I may even lose that one. I may even lose the bunker or the supply depot as well if I forget to bring over an SCV to repair it. But I also have a Banshee hanging around in the back of the base.
Can the Banshee fly around the corners of the map to...
Yeah, the Banshees can pretty much fly wherever they want.
Okay.
So the Banshee's now going to fly in, and the Banshee's going to try to start harassing the mineral line over here. Try to start dealing some damage.
It seems like he has more probes. Go to the production tab. Let's see who has the large arm.
He has 32 probes. I only have 26. But
so he has the large arm.
Yeah, but I'm starting to deal some damage over here. I can see that Stalkers are coming over, and I'm already getting some damage.
What's this jellyfish?
That jellyfish?
Oh.
That's an observer.
Oh, never mind. He's just cloaked.
Yeah, he's just cloaked, so that's why he looks like that.
Okay.
And he's able to scout out that one Banshee. I did not get cloaking research yet, so that's why he's now, this one Banshee has to return back, but he was able to get 3 kills, which is 150.
Hey, she is a girl. Are all Banshee pilots girls?
Yes, all Banshee pilots are girls, and I hear that in the Chinese version of StarCraft, the Banshee pilots sound very sexy.
Okay.
I don't know why. There was like a forum post, and some of the Terran players were like, "Yeah, I feel like I have to make Banshees just because they sound so pretty."
Is this a ghost?
No, this is an SC. This is the adjunct. It's the artificial intelligence of all the Terran. It's a Terran base.
Okay. Where is she?
It is inside the orbital command center, inside the building. So any of the Protoss or any of the Terran buildings, you'll see the adjunct.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The SCV, you'll actually see the hick smoking a cigarette inside, trying to build. Yeah.
Okay. Come on, fight.
Well, I'm not controlling the unit right now.
What other flying units do Protoss have?
What other flying units do they
What
have?
is a perfect Protoss, matched to the Banshee?
What's the counter to the Banshee?
Yes, counter.
Phoenixes.
Phoenix.
The Phoenixes are those really, really fast-moving flying air units.
Did he make any yet?
And he doesn't even have a Stargate.
So all he has right now are Protoss and a few Zealots.
He has some Stalkers. He has a Zealot, so that's a biological unit, and he also has a Sentry down over here.
You're saying I'm playing so
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
He does have. Wait, no, you have a large. You have.
No, he has the larger army. He has a 1,300 mineral army, and he has a much larger army. So almost
Oh my
1.5
goodness.
times.
You're gonna lose.
And yeah, it's not like I'm. He's
You're
telling me
gonna
sorry,
lose.
man. Yeah. Things aren't looking good. I do have a lot of bunkers, and I am pretty well fortified. I have 2 Banshees in the air. Banshees are good at dealing damage and a lot of ground damage. I'm also supply locked, or I will be. So you can see I'm trying to build more supply depots. I'm trying to speed it up.
Hint to everybody: if you want to play better at StarCraft 2, make sure you eat lunch and breakfast. Because when Crota doesn't eat, he plays really poorly, and then he wonders why he's grouchy.
Yes, that happens actually quite often. I also have a Raven in the air, but I
That's
don't
a
use it.
Raven?
Yeah, this is a Raven. So it is the Terran version of a detector, and it also has spells.
Observer, you mean?
Yeah, no, it's a detector. That's the keyword.
Oh, detector.
Yeah, so this is the observer who is also a detector.
Okay.
And detectors can detect.
Detectors.
Yeah, detect
Hey, what
cloaking.
happened to him?
The observer? Well, the observer got shot down, so when it's destroyed, it's not like it's actively cloaking itself anymore. So that's why you saw the little eye roll across the
I was like,
roll
his head
across the
fell
screen.
off.
Mm,
What's this big thing right there?
This is the medevac, and
Oh.
see, it's another girl.
Yeah, she doesn't have big boobies.
What, you like the portrait of the Banshee better?
I just think her boobs look funny.
All right. Okay, so here's
Oh my goodness! Here he comes.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of stalkers with the what's those things in the back?
a sentry and a zealot.
What are sentries good for?
Sentries have 2 or 3 spells. They have the force field, the guardian shield, and the hallucination.
Okay.
So the force field creates a small force field,
What's this?
and this is an immortal. So the immortals deal 50 damage per attack against armored units, and they have an overshield, so that anything that attacks the shields reduces the damage to 10. So if it would normally take like 50 damage, but it hits the shields, it takes 10 damage.
Well, duh. A shield would of course make.
No, but the zealots also have shields, and the stalkers also have shields, but they don't have that overshield protection. So instead of dealing 50 damage, like these stalkers will take 50 damage to their shields straight up. There's an observer there.
Oh! Here comes the fight! Here comes the fight!
Now,
You got a bunch of Marines, Ravens, medevacs, and tanks.
Yes.
Is that a tank?
yeah, that's a tank.
Is that a tank in siege mode?
No.
No, siege mode is when it plants down feet.
Yeah, when it plants down feet and doesn't move very well. In comes a stalker. The stalker is battling that.
He's gonna die.
Yeah,
Die!
Stalker.
So,
Yeah, down it goes.
it's a little slow. Can you speed it up a
Okay,
little?
I'll speed it up a little bit. So the Marauders and the Marines are now moving out.
Those are Marauders over on the
yeah,
right?
these are the Marauders.
What are they good for?
They're good at attacking ground units that are armored. So they're good against
Okay, what Protoss units are armored?
armored units. Like these guys are armored.
Stalkers.
Stalkers, immortals are armored.
So anything with the metal skin?
Yeah, anything with metal skin is generally
Zealots
armored.
are not
Zealots
armored.
are not armored. Sentries are not armored.
Okay, here it comes. Here it comes. You got
Okay,
the
I need to
tanks, you
pause
got
this
the-
for a second
Why?
because I pretty much knew I was playing really, really bad.
Uh-huh.
So if you take a look, I brought over a whole bunch of Stevies.
Oh!
So I was like, okay, I
Are
need...
you gonna try to repair or fight with them?
I'm trying to fight with Stevie. I'm just like, I'm gonna lose this game. I know that my opponent already has an expansion up. I don't have an expansion. I'm just finishing my command center, so I have almost no SCVs in my base.
So you're gonna become supply locked if this all-in rush doesn't work.
No, I'm not gonna be supply locked. I will pretty much have no army, and
You
I
will
have
die.
and I have no way to rebuild it.
Hey, when you click on Stevie to tell him to go fight, does he say something like, "Alrighty then,"
No,
or
it was like,
I guess?
no. He says, "Run out of Marines."
Oh.
Like, yeah. Alrighty then is from Warcraft 3. Okay, so I'm gonna unpause it. So now you can see the stalkers are engaging. I cloak. I forget to drop a point defense drone. Stalkers are now trying to engage. Guardian shields coming in, but the SCVs are absorbing a lot of that damage. So the Banshees are fighting, the Siege Tanks are fighting, there's medevacs in the air trying to heal up the rest of the army. But since the SCVs are also on auto repair, they're also repairing each other. So they're absorbing a lot of that damage, and those stalkers are like, what am I doing? I'm trying to fight, but the SCVs have constant repairing. And the Marines are continuing to charge in. Siege Tanks are now sieging up, stalkers trying to
You're
blink
sending
away.
in more Marauders.
Yeah, I'm sending in more Marauders to try to bring it in. Probes coming off the mineral line to try to fight, but I have enough Marines in order to finish off a lot of those probes.
Yeah, he took down his pylon, so his building should soon run out of energy.
Well, and the Nexus doesn't require energy. That's the one building that doesn't need it.
But all his probes are gone.
Yep, all his probes are gone at his natural expansion, but he still has his main base here.
Oh, shoot.
So yeah, so I need to start charging up this base. But I was lucky enough to take down the earlier observers because I had ravens. So now he doesn't want to try to engage my units because I have Banshees in the air. And I also have some siege tanks in the back, some medevacs.
So he never made any units to counter your Banshee?
No, he had observers, but I killed the observers. And now the Marauders are just walking in now. So there's one observer, but there's also a lot of Marauders on the ground, so the Marauders are finishing up the Stalkers before the Stalkers can finish the Banshees.
When you fight Protoss, do you try to focus on the pylons to depower the buildings when you're hitting the base, or do you just...
You do, but if you take a look at some of the pylons actually power, or some of the buildings are actually powered by like multiple pylons. Like this one here was powered by this pylon, this pylon, this pylon, that pylon.
Wait. So when you attack a Protoss base, what do you focus on?
You look for like the weakest part. If you see one pylon powering a lot of buildings, then you try to take down the pylon.
Are you winning?
Yeah, I'm actually winning.
Oh my goodness, 1900 versus 25.
Yeah.
But that's just minerals. What about army size?
No, this is army size.
Oh.
I have a 1900 mineral army. He has one observer, so 25 minerals, 75 gas.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, so all of those SCVs were repairing each other, and they were able to absorb a lot of that damage.
Well, we're done.
Yeah, so that's it.
But then Terran moved. What does that mean?
Oh,
Terran moved.
so DarkFire was talking with me, and he was basically saying that the last time that someone tried to do the strategy that I did, where I pulled off all of my SCVs in order to fight, he pulled off all of his probes to fight, but what ended up happening was the Terran player just used his mules, and the mules were able to mine faster. So if you take a look at these guys mine like 6 SCVs.
Oh, that is sweet.
Yeah, so a lot of people say like, oh my gosh, that's the most broken thing, and I now have 12 SCVs and 2 mules.
Okay, so everybody says mules is such a broken thing. It's imba. What do you think?
I don't think mules are imba. I think mules are, like, the mules are a needed thing for Terran. Otherwise, Terran is really behind in terms of economy.
And I know what everybody's gonna say to that. Crota is a Terran player. Of course he's gonna say it's not imba. Crota, go try to play Zerg.
Yes, the wife does read the comments, so she obviously knows that when, you know, people complain about OP.
Actually, we do read all the comments. So I've read all the comments about how people want to... Yeah, some of those rude comments, they're really rude.
Yeah. Alright, so any questions about the game, Terran versus Protoss? What did you think about the game?
You know, when you play it slow like that, it seems really boring. But when you play it fast, it's a lot more fun.
Well, I wanted to let you answer questions, or ask questions so I can answer them.
That's true.
Do you want to do another game where it's like faster?
How about one where I can actually get excited about the fight?
Okay, so stay tuned for an actual dual commentary between me and the wife. I think I have an Argos game lined up, so it should be pretty interesting.
Okay.
Okay, stay tuned.